Masih bersama kami pemirsa dalam Good News Program dan topik kita hari ini adalah parenting. Kembali kepada Dr. Citra. Tadi kita sudah bicara tentang parenting style untuk anak-anak usia 7 tahun ke bawah. Bagaimana dengan 7 tahun ke atas?
Well, between 8 to 12 years old, there's in a transition period from being inwards with parents, families. They're suddenly being exposed to society of their friends. So there's a peer, there's reasoning that takes place on them, and they're taking the responsibilities from what they were taught when they were younger. So therefore, the responsibilities are being taken of what they are to do, right and wrong. So there's a transition period, and there's also hormone changes. As they go 13 and above, there are more hormone changes. Because based on my experience, I noticed they can be very moody, and if we don't understand their hormone changes that's going on, we can be very, we couldn't understand them. The hormone changes, their moods and everything, and their self-conscious, suddenly turn into oh, it's all about me, sort of thing. And when they get to that age, around 17, 16, they start noticing the opposite sex. So we must understand this factor too, to be able to work with them and help them in this area. Teach them in the godly teaching also. And when they get to that age, of course, a lot of things are going into their self-identity and becoming an adult. So therefore, the teaching of what has been imparted and taught, now we become more like mentors rather than governors. So as we grow and the responsibility grows, they are able to take responsibilities, we are able to take them away from us and kind of let them have that, you wouldn't say freedom, but the responsibilities that they can take over to do the right thing. But should they fall and do the wrong thing, and people do, so do we, because people do make mistakes, we have to be, I believe, like a kite, just let them go a little bit, and if they can walk that way right, that's fine. If they cannot, we'll pull them back a little bit until they grow up. And in the society, we understand that the society, the media and everything, we really need grace, and we really need lots of prayers and consistency in the rules and everything that we apply in their lives. As parents, I believe this is only by the grace of God that we can get through.
Jadi ternyata dasarnya itu tetap harus firman Tuhan, ya. Setelah itu orang tua dari otoriter kemudian berubah pelan-pelan menjadi mentor, menjadi sahabat buat anak-anak.
Tell us about your experience when you grew your daughters. What was the hardest things in the transition period?
Okay, based on my experience and the experiences that I see in the school with my daughters and the people in the school, I see the transition period coming in when they were like 12 years and below. They are more obedient, they are willing to, follow this and that. But when they came to their puberty age, they become like, they used to not mind being in the public. They were like, now they become self-conscious.
Suddenly they are aware of themselves.
They're aware of themselves, how they look, and the things are changing within their bodies, and the world around them coming to their own identity and adulthood and the opposite sex, which is, I think, quite normal. But we have to know and train them right. In a sense, we have to put them in the Word. And of course, if they grow old and they decide to choose not to follow God in some ways, we know that what we have implanted or in their lives, we know it's not in vain. We know that God is still in charge, and we as parents, we're not perfect, but
because as they grow into that teenage year, they will turn to listen more to their friends or their peers rather than the parents. So we as a parent, sometimes we have to be frank with them, like you say, and also try to not do everything they say.
Yeah, that's right.
Betul.
Tapi kadang-kadang anak kita kan nakal ya.
Betul.
Pastor Jacob ya. Pada waktu anak-anak itu nakal, kita mungkin bisa berbicara mengenai pendisiplinan gitu ya.
Betul.
Nah, pada waktu anak-anak itu nakal, bagaimana sikap apa yang terbaik yang harus diambil oleh orang tua? Apakah harus dipukul? Ya, karena firman Tuhan menulis bahwa didiklah anakmu dengan rotan, ya. Pada waktu anak kita dididik dengan rotan bukan untuk mengharapkan kematiannya, tetapi supaya dia tidak berbelok kepada jalan yang salah atau yang serong. So how do you explain that? Bagaimana sikap orang tua, apalagi pada waktu orang tua pulang kerja dari tempat kerja ke rumah tuh udah capek banget, sehingga kemudian pokoknya bete deh, maunya marah. Silakan.
Apa yang dikatakan benar, kalau kita lihat di firman Tuhan, bahkan ada 6 ayat di Amsal yang mengatakan itu boleh pakai rotan. Antara lain dibilang kalau kita pakai rotan dia tidak akan mati. Namun kalau kita tidak pakai rotan, bahkan itu akan anaknya itu bisa jadi rusak.
Ya,
Karena
betul.
begini ya, dia katakan salah satu ayat, anak muda itu umumnya ada kebodohan di dalam hatinya. Jadi kalau dengan rotan itu bisa menjauhkan dari kebodohan
Kita
itu.
usir kebodohan mereka.
Kebodohan itu.
I see.
Dan yang terpenting sebenarnya Tuhan kita itu juga sangat bijak.
Ya.
Ya, dia mengatakan di Amsal 16:13 kalau nggak salah,
Ya.
waktu pakai rotan itu pun ada pada waktunya. Jadi bukan kalau anaknya salah langsung rotan.
Ya, jadi kan tidak semua kesalahan harus
Iya,
dipukul
iya.
dengan rotan.
Ya,
Jadi
itu
kesalahan-kesalahan apakah yang
Biasa
layak dipukul dengan rotan?
Umpamanya kalau ada repeating offense atau kita
Ya.
sesuatu hal yang tidak boleh dilakukan
Ya.
sekali, 2 kali, 3 kali. Nah itu pun kita harus ada aturan main yang jelas.
Jadi
Ya.
bukan seperti minum pil ya, 1 hari 3 kali gitu nggak bisa ya, pukul
Dan
anak kita dengan
kadang-kadang
rotan
kalau
ya.
orang tua begitu salah langsung ini, ya
Ya.
bahkan itu cuman mengeluarkan kepahitan sang orang tua.
Kemarahan.
Jadi ada dampak yang negatif
Ya,
ternyata
itu,
ya.
betul.
Oke. Jadi pemirsa sekalian ini sesuatu yang sangat menarik sekali ya. Ada orang yang berkata juga ya pemirsa sekalian, to be cruel is to be kind. To be kind is to be cruel. Kadang-kadang kita terlalu memanjakan anak kita, ini sesuatu yang nggak baik karena
Untuk masa
nanti
depan
anak
mereka
kita
nantinya,
akan
ya.
dididik oleh masyarakat.
Iya.
Makanya ada yang namanya lembaga pemasyarakatan alias correction center, penjara. Pemirsa sekalian, kita nggak mau anak kita masuk penjara. Tetapi sebaliknya sebagai orang tua kita harus menjadi orang tua yang bijak. Firman Tuhan mengatakan apa yang disampaikan oleh Pastor Jacob sangat menarik sekali. Jadilah orang tua yang bijak. Dan kami percaya bahwa hari ini Anda mendapatkan sesuatu yang baik. Ada good news ya. Ada nomor-nomor telepon yang dapat Anda hubungi. Kami percaya Anda pasti akan diberkati oleh Tuhan. Jangan tinggalkan channel ini. Ada selalu good news bersama dengan Anda. Bersama dengan kami. Haleluya.